Hola chicos, sean bienvenidos a Mass Effect Andrómeda. Yo soy su amigo Bir y regresamos nuevamente al espacio inexplorado. Qué hermosa nube, miren ahí, miren. Al espacio inexplorado, chicos. El mundo de los viajeros del espacio, ¿vale? Regresamos aquí. Vamos a continuar con la historia. No recuerdo ni qué carajo nos tenemos que hacer, ¿vale? Creo que, si no mal recuerdo, nuestro mapa nos dice... Aquí estamos nosotros. Aquí nos da las tareas de conocer el Nexus, la oficina de Addison, y vamos a la reunión del Nexus, ¿vale? Vamos a hacer puras misiones principales. No nos vamos a meter a misiones secundarias. ¿Por qué? Porque queremos que ustedes vean la historia, ¿vale? Ya después, si les gusta y quieren que las haga, pues las hacemos, ¿vale? Vámonos.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
¿Ahora confías en mí?
I thought it didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
Eos.
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus.
Eso es bueno.
Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Básicamente le dijo, ¿lo haces o eres un pendejo? En pocas palabras.
You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
No juegues conmigo. Nah. Tú dime dónde tengo que ir.
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Okay.
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Perfecto. Arca Lucy, Arca Parchero, la Miasma, Arca Natanus. Ok. Aquí son... No, eso no. Vámonos. Salte. ¿Hacia dónde? A ver, aguanta. Vamos a ver. Habla con Tan. Dice. ¿Tan?
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
¿Qué le sucedió? Las encontraré, perfecto.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Arca desaparecida, problema de Nexus, arca desaparecida.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
¿Hay más arcas?
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship.
O sea que
It
falta
seems
una.
they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs cause complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Ok, problemas en el Nexus, vamos a preguntar.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, is dead.
Jean Garson?
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up.
Lol.
Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
El desastre de la misma.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had
Suele
no
pasar.
choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Sloane Kelly.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
¿Dónde están los Krogan?
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
¿Antipatía?
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Probablemente la iniciativa Andrómeda.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Orígenes de la iniciativa, ok.
What do you
¿Cómo
know
empezó?
about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Motivación para venir.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them. The thing to
Sí,
fulfill
todos
them.
buscan una esperanza, todos
While
buscan
we cannot
mejorar su
promise they will
vida.
find
Por eso
it,
se cambian de un
we
lugar a
can
otro.
facilitate the search.
Eso pasa inclusive en la vida real. Especies alienígenas en
It looks
eso.
like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Otras preguntas. Otras preguntas. El papel de Tam.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
¿Un punto muerto?
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
¿Por qué dudan?
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
¿Gestión de ingresos?
So, you're an
¿Un
accountant?
contable?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Viabilidad de un planeta.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
¿Estaciones de avanzada?
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Ok, a la mierda.
That's all. Thanks for your
Gracias.
time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Bueno, ya nos dijeron qué mierda tenemos que hacer, ¿ok? Vamos hacia acá arriba.
What choice do we have?
¿Dónde está?
How the hell should I know?
Aquí. Addison.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To
Aquí.
whom? And your goddamn father.
Ok, agresividad
Sorry,
extrema.
my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Lo importante es que está muerto, lol.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
LOL, después de 14. Puesto de directora colonial.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away.
Ok.
And here we are, idling.
La relación con su padre.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends?
No.
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Interesante. O sea que solamente lo seguía y lo hablaba bien porque le caía, porque servía para sus propósitos.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria.
LOL.
Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Talk to Kandros if you haven't. He's unfortunately become the head of our military. And as soon as he realizes it, we're in the shit.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
Sobre la tecnología extraña.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
Puestos fallidos.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
Ok, bien.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
¿Dónde están? A ver, vamos a ver el mapa. ¿Cómo abro el mapa? A ver, mapa, por favor. Cubierta residencial. Ok, vamos para abajo de nuevo. Habla con Sam en Hyperion. ¿Es por acá? Un informativo dice.
Hello, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at Workspace Not Allocated. Please select a topic.
No, desconectar. Ok, estamos perdiendo tiempo. Vamos a ver a dónde tenemos que ir. Por acá, ¿no? Quítate, pedazo de mona. ¿Y aquí qué pedo? A ver, ¿qué es esto? Datos. Ahora otro día no sé qué madre. Encendedor. Uy, voy a coger todo. Y aquí tenemos al Krogan.
Yes, I know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to... There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Para de los Krogan.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
Tan, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Me acuerdo con los Krogan tan.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
¿Por qué sigues aquí entonces?
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Ok, otras preguntas. ¿Problemas con el Nexus?
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Jan Garson, was killed.
Jan Garson.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Más sobre los problemas.
I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Bien. La genofasia.
When we left the Milky
What the
Way,
fuck?
the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
Uno de cada 1000 LOL.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Estado de locura.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had.
Lol.
Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future
Bien.
out here.
Eso es bueno.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
O sea, básicamente esto de la genofagia es un virus que crearon los aldeanos. No recuerdo si son los aldeanos, otra especie. Básicamente los Krogan son la especie más agresiva que existe de la galaxia de Mass Effect. Y hagan de cuenta que empezaron a decir, somos la verga, vamos a conquistar el mundo y la verga. Entonces, hagan de cuenta que pues dijeron, ¿te quieres pasar de verga? Ok, bueno, los más inteligentes que son no son los turianos, son los salarianos, creo. Y no me acuerdo cuál es el otro. Se me olvidan, son los azulitos, pero no me acuerdo, ya me voy a acordar más adelante. Entre comerciantes de armas, bien.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ok, claro.
You got it. Shop till you drop, here I come.
That's fine. Hey, wait. Please don't drop anything you bought from me, okay? Tam would have my head if anything happened to you on my account.
Ok, ¿qué tienes para mis circuitos refractorios? Fragmentos. Katana. Esta me puede servir, pero no la voy a comprar ahorita. Ahorita voy a seguir con las que tengo. No me voy a meter a comprar, ¿vale? Pero bueno, ya vimos esa parte. Vamos a ver qué decía el otro porque quiero saber qué dice. No, eso no. Ok, ya pasa directo, bien. ¿Y aquí qué pedo? Comerciante de armas. También. Perfecto, bien. Vamos por acá. Actividad de seguridad. Control de daños. Contenedor. Véngase por acá. Bien. Avancemos. Profesor Herrick. Ok, revisemos esto. A ver, chicos, me pierdo demasiada tecnología. Aquí hay un cabrón que quiere hablar con nosotros. Nexus habla con los turianos. Desconocido. ¿Es turiano?
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Bien. Pues te vamos a ayudar. Nuestra primera misión, casi real. Misiones de los equipos Alpha.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Candros.
Candros. Hola, Candros.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Tyrion Ark.
What's the word on the Tyrion Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Venir a Andrómeda.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jian Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Tu papel.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to war in the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
¿Y en el Arturiano?
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Los Ket. ¿Qué carajos son Kets?
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Utilidad de la milicia.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. But that isn't news to you, right?
Pues sí, bueno.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Ok, bueno. ¿Habla con los científicos? Ok, ¿dónde están los científicos? Este es solamente el militar. Estos valen verga. Habla con Sam. Sargento. Vamos a ver con ayudar al primero, ¿eh?
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
No estoy aquí por eso.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Todos discutimos.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired.
Sí, fue un error.
Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Es horrible.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admired that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
No te rindas.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Ok, habla con Kandros. Este es el comerciante. Kandros debe ser el de acá. Sí, Kandros.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex. Combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
¿Utilizarlos para qué?
What situations should they handle?
Protecting civilian outposts, holding key positions, or just distracting the Ket. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Ok.
No news on the Turian arc yet. Or is this militia business?
Caso de asesinato.
I spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Eso no es exagerado.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
No le creíste.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Ok.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Bien, me dice que reproduce la grabación. Operación señuelo, equipos de asalto, no. Este icono describe la dificultad de la misión, perfecto. Operación de señuelo, operación... A la mierda, todo está difícil. Ah, esto es bronce, ok. LOL, oro. Bien, a ver. Ok, no me interesa eso ahorita. Primero la inspección de las misiones. Estado de Apex, perfecto. Ajá, veamos. El mapa. A ver, nosotros estamos aquí. Aquí, primer asesinato. Acá. Vamos por acá, aquí. Grabación. Ok, la testigo Shao. ¿Dónde está la testigo Shao? Testigo. Tarea con habla con los científicos. Voy con los científicos. Corre, 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 corre. A ver qué mierda dice el científico. Eric.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
¿Cuál es nuestra especialidad?
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Habilidad aumentada, bien. Ah, bien, interesante, hablar con la gente también te ayuda. Genial. Habla con Sam. Jefe de...
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Nada, me apetece más, bien.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Suena bien.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might
¿tú crees?
happen to them.
Ten fe.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Bien. Profesor, veamos qué más nos puede decir.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Suena interesante.
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
No sé qué carajo es una prima, pero pues si funciona, con mucho gusto lo hago. Ok, necesito Necesito, a ver chicos, necesito encontrar. Este es el comerciante. ¿Este quién carajo es? No sé, pero aquí debe haber algo. A ver, ¿quién está aquí? Primer asesinato, vámonos por acá. ¡Corre, bitch! Vamos a averiguar el asesinato por lo menos para terminar el capítulo bien, ¿vale? Me gustaría escuchar eso. Ey, espera, ¿y este qué? Ralpajaj.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
¿Eso es paranoico?
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week.
Lol.
It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Esto debe parar.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sí, cómo no, ya sabes.
Sure thing.
Yo siempre el
If you could scan these other panels while I fix
ayudar a
this one,
todos.
that would really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Bien. Vamos arriba. Aquí está. Aquí está mi amiga, ven para acá. Habla conmigo, amigueta. Casi
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have
Pues
you heard
no.
the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Había un qué de ahí.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
¿Y cómo coño vi? O sea, lógico, la vieja dice que vio cómo lo mató. O sea, no mames, ¿cómo es posible que lo haya visto y luego diga que no? O sea, no mames. ¿Y se arrepintió?
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in?
No creo.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Literalmente. ¿Tú estabas de acuerdo con el jefe?
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Exactamente. Y lo están
I
juzgando por
appreciate
eso.
the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Interesante. Y seguramente me toca a mí hacer de pionero, ir a investigar el pinche cadáver. Joder, macho. Bueno, eso será interesante. Ok, nuestro primer caso real en otro mundo.
No news on the Turian Arc yet? Or is this militia business?
Ok, no, espérame.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
¿A dónde dijo que habla con Tan? Primer asesino, Tan. Ah, es arriba. Voy. Me equivoqué. Vine con Kandros y es con Tan.
Something I can help you with?
La acusación contra Nigel.
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
No tengo... puede ser muy revelador. Dice, no tengo claro que fuera de él.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all we've been through, the people need stability. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Ok, bien.
That's all.
Pues ya está.
I'm here to serve.
Ya vamos a resolver el caso. Investiga las pruebas del asesinato. Bien. Ok, vamos a ver entonces el mapa. Aquí qué pedo. Dice sabotaje de la estación. Vamos a ver qué pedo. Ahorita vamos a tratar de arreglar todo lo que está en la estación, ¿vale? Antes de irnos. Porque eso nos puede dar alguna ventaja sobre armas o alguna estupidez. A ver, espérame. Ok, a ver. Aquí.
You're in the forest? What district?
Moss. Bradleyland.
¿Dónde está?
Not a fit?
Dice investiga el centro de
Got out
operación.
before screwing up then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, la señal es aquí. Es aquí. Es aquí. Ok, uno. Ah, ya sé. Había olvidado que puedo escanear. Espérame. Se me está olvidando, se me está olvidando. Aguanta. Ahí está.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Vamos aquí. Ok. Datos reveladores, dice. Liam.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Cat are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
Nos recuperaremos.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can... ready and willing.
Ya, basura. Voy a ver. Okay. No, es arriba. Okay. Aquí ya está. La otra debe ser arriba. Vamos.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Arriba.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Ok. Vamos acá. Ya más o menos entendí qué pedo, ¿vale? Bien. Dice que hacia allá. Pues debe ser hacia acá. Sí, pero hacia allá dónde. Aquí.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Bien, vamos a ver el último. Ok. Ya casi terminamos todo esto.
I've heard of Hustle.
Así aquí está el panel.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Oh shit.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Está dentro de la nave, genial. Ok. Oficina de Addison. No puedo subir por allá. Ok. Bueno chicos, yo lo voy a dejar aquí. Nos vemos la próxima. Espero les haya gustado. Ahí revisamos y tratamos de resolver los primeros casos de el Nexus en la nueva galaxia de Andrómeda. Nos vemos la próxima. Yo soy Bill, me despido y espero les haya gustado. Adiós. Hola chicos, espero que les esté gustando la serie de Mass Effect. Yo soy Bill y les agradezco que vengan a vernos. Déjanos un like si te ha gustado, déjanos un comentario si también te ha gustado, déjanos también una suscripción, eso nos ayuda mucho.